Hi, I'm Jared Nelson from the Investing Channel, and welcome to The Juice. So, last week's job numbers brought some happy news to economists. The unemployment rate dropped to 4.6%, and non-farm payrolls increased 531,000. Meanwhile, the labor force participation rate remained flat at 61.6%. On the flip side, government payrolls dropped by 73,000, led by local education at 43,400. Job leavers jumped from 788,000 in September to 840,000. Sales and office occupations dropped 587,000 jobs compared to last year. There are now 173,000 more people not in the labor force than a year ago, and there are 923,000 more people who do not want a job compared to last year. Which begs the question of if we're heading towards Japanese-type stagnation. We know about the baby boomer generation from 1946 to 1964. Those folks are now 57 to 75 years old, right around the retirement age. And in the wake of the pandemic and soaring equities and housing prices, many are taking the opportunity to retire early. That's exacerbating a labor crunch already apparent across multiple industries. And without a growing labor force, we'll have a small set of workers supporting an economy with more retirees. As Japan found out, that leads to economic stagnation. And the stark reality is that folks don't want to work. It's not that they can't, it's that they simply don't want to. What's unusual is that they continue to hold out despite rising wages, which were up 4.9% versus last year. On top of that, there are 216,000 more people that were part-time for non-economic reasons compared to the prior month. If we dig into the data, we find a clue as to why this might be. Last year, 149,000 people listed as unemployed were in school or training, and this year it's 177,000. Within that data, the starkest jump came from women. In October 2020, 55,000 women were unemployed because of school or training, and last month it was 133,000. These data points highlight an education gap we knew about, as our economy requires more skilled labor. The bottom line is this. Labor markets are improving, but they aren't seeing the deeper health improvements that came prior to the pandemic. We need to see the labor force participation tick up before we can declare an economic recovery. Otherwise, we'll simply slide from one problem to the next. In this case, the aging workforce and a skills gap. That's all we have time for today on The Juice. Click, follow, and subscribe to The Juice email for your daily dose of market minerals.